My phone would ding if someone liked my story. My phone would ding if someone commented on a post that wasn't even mine. Like, wake up on the weekends. I know. Not what you want to hear. Hold it. You'd be surprised how many things you come up with when you give yourself enough time to come up with them.
Oh, we knew life would be alright, but who could have known it'd be this good? Oh, Lord.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the habits that made me a high achieving high school student and helped me get into my college of choice. Lego. Number one is a history doc. And you're probably like, what's a history doc? So I'll explain. I don't know when I started doing this, maybe around like 6th or 7th grade or something, but I kept getting like long writing assignments and I would work so hard. I would grammar check, like make sure everything was great, make sure I referenced everything, and then I would turn it in and that would be it. And I had like, you know how people get sad when they're done eating food? I would get sad when I finished turning in assignments because I would be like, that's it? Like, I did all that work to turn it in one time to get one grade and that's it. And so ever since then, I started a history doc. I opened up a Google Doc, and whenever I was given like a difficult writing assignment or any writing assignment, honestly, that I took time on, I copied it and pasted it into that doc. Now, you might ask, has that helped me in any way, shape, or form? Yes. I cannot stress enough how much time I've saved by not rewriting things that I've already wrote. There are some questions, some essays that they just keep asking you over and over again, and I don't know why. Like, for example, tell me about yourself. That is asked in almost every class at the start. They might ask you to write something. They might ask you to present a slide or something. When you finish your slideshow, screenshot that and keep it so you just reuse it again. When you finish writing that page, copy and paste it into your doc and just use it again. There's no need to waste time again and again and again when they're asking the same thing. It's just like writing a personal statement over and over and over again. If you're applying to 14 different colleges and they all ask you for a personal statement, why would you write it over and over again? Make sure you keep track of what you've written. Do this for homework. Do this for job interviews, job applications. Do this for anything that you think you'll need to reuse again. Once you write it and you write it well, you shouldn't have to write it again. Number 2 on the list, you guys, is speech to text. And maybe this is a little outdated since we are in the world of ChatGPT, although I wouldn't advise you to use ChatGPT to write your essays for many, many reasons. But let's say it's late, you have a 3-page paper due at midnight or something, and you're just like, I don't want to do it. And your friend's like, girl, what is it even about? And you're just like, well, it's just about... Hold it. Before you speak, go to your Google Docs and press the voice typing button or speech typing button and then speak, and you'll be surprised how much you get written down already. I've finished 6-page papers in 2 hours, 2-page papers in 15 minutes. Most of the time when you don't want to write or you feel like you can't do it, it's honestly just because you don't have the time to be typing. And it would be so much easier if you just spoke it. And so I started using speech typing to type my essays, especially when I'm on a time crunch, and it has saved me so many times. Only thing to keep in mind though is that it low-key gets a lot of errors, so you have to like enunciate everything that you say just so it can like hear it correctly. And then even after that, make sure you go back and grammar check everything. But it really is a game changer. Trust me, speech to type, it'll change your life. On to the next. Next is staying ahead, or what I like to call the 3-day sprint. Basically, y'all, you can get your homework done like this, or you can get your homework done like this. And as for me and my subscribers, we gonna be chilling. We gonna be like this. And the way to do that, at least for me, is at the beginning of the school year, you have 3 to 4 days where they're not really loading you up with homework. Lock in with those 4 days that you have to chill and you already know the homework for the week, and do at least 3 days of homework. Stay at least 3 days ahead. and that will help you for the rest of the school year. Most classes give you the homework for the week, especially AP classes that have the curriculum already set, so they already know what homework they're gonna need to give you. I have literally had a pop quiz on something that wasn't even like assigned. Like, I only knew it because I was ahead, and that doesn't even make any sense, but that has happened to me. I've had assignments where I've done them ahead of time and I'm like, this took literally a day and a half for me to do, but they assigned it with only a 1 day time period to do it. So if I was to do it during that time period, I would have been really stressed out. I've also literally been stressed out even when I was doing assignments 3 days ahead, just because it was still so much work for me. Imagine if I wasn't ahead. So those first 3 days where they're asking what's your name and like the rules and regulations of the class, and my name is Mr. Bufflebaum, you know, hit the ground running. Find all the homework you can do and do it. Try to stay at least 3 days ahead, and that will help you approach all the rest of the homework for the rest of the year with a more relaxed mindset, because you're already ahead. You can also perform better because you're already ahead, and there's just so many benefits of it. I remember I was in the library with my friend and she was like, can we go? And I was like, yeah, I just have this one more thing to do. And she's like, literally, you've been working since we got here. When does this homework even due? And I was just like, low-key next week. And she's like, girl, let's go. But in my head, I knew I'm not guaranteed enough time to complete this homework. So when I was staying ahead, it helped me so much for those situations where I couldn't finish it or it was so much longer than it was giving. And so yeah, I never got surprised. Next we have wake up on the weekends. I know. Not what you want to hear. However, if you think about it, you spend Monday through Friday in school. Give yourself the weekend back. You deserve it. You know, if you wake up at 12 p.m. on the weekend, you're only giving yourself like 6 hours to live your life. And you might even spend some of those hours doing homework anyways. That's not fair. Take back your weekend and use it to do the things that you love to do. Use it to do the things that will build your character, build your personality. You know, most of the work that I was able to get done on my extracurriculars came from the weekends. Obviously, after school, you have homework, then you have to eat and sleep or do chores or something. Like, you don't really have time. And basically, when you sleep in on the weekends, you're not helping yourself with the time aspect. And you might think, oh, I don't really have anything to do. Like, it's not that deep. I could sleep in. I have nothing to do. But you'd be surprised how many things you come up with when you give yourself enough time to come up with them. When you're bored, use that time to be creative, to think out the box, to escape the matrix. You feel me? Like, don't let school take your weekend. Those are for you. Those are for you to get your life back. You've been in school the whole week. Use them and be awake for them. So try to wake up a little earlier on the weekends. Those 3-4 hours every week, try it for a month, could really change your life for sure, especially before applying to college, because colleges want you to know who you are, but you're only 17. So how are you supposed to do that? Invest in yourself on the weekends. Lastly is flip phone mode. I am not a fan of D&D. I literally get I have so much anxiety when I feel like someone can't call me. They might really need me, but they can't call me, or like they might text me and I don't see it. But I also am not a fan of my phone notifying me about every single thing happening in the world ever. So I remember I would just be like, I wish I had a smartphone and a non-smartphone, like a flip phone. I would use my flip phone for when I want to like focus and stuff, and my smartphone when I want to be tapped into the rest of the world. But luckily, iPhone has like focus modes, and I think Androids have this too for sure. And I set up a focus mode called personal, where I only allow calls and texts. This has changed my phone. Like, even though Apple still like shows you that there's notifications happening, you don't have to click on them. The only ones that actually ding your phone are calls and text. Before this, like, my phone would ding if someone liked my story. My phone would ding if someone commented on a post that wasn't even mine. Like, I was so annoyed, and I was like, I feel like the only notifications that are worth actually disrupting my life are calls and texts. And so that's what I keep my phone in. And I think I've had it like this for like 2 years or something, which will make your phone very dry, I will say. But it also gives you back so much more time in your life to do things that actually matter, because social media notifications, they make you seem like someone's really trying to chat to you, but someone liking your story is not them trying to chat to you. It's not important. It's not as important, you know. You can also silence notifications. If it's Instagram, that's the problem. Snapchat, that's the problem. Just shut it off. Do yourself a favor, shut it off, and choose to only check it at a certain time once a day. Lastly, we have a bonus tip, and this is another writing one because writing just takes so long, at least for me. But this is, have a key for yourself when you write. When you're writing, you don't want to ever stop writing, but you will make mistakes here and there. So one thing that helped me just like stay focused was I made a key for myself where, like, if I put a question mark or something, that meant I was going to go back and find the reference for that. If I put a slash or like an @ sign, that meant there was probably a grammatical mistake, but I can't even check right now. Whatever you can do to keep writing, it really helps you not like disconnect your thoughts. So when you make a key for yourself, you can go back and press Control F and search up your little like hints to yourself. Maybe you search up question mark, and then it'll show you all the places you put question marks, and you'll be able to fix it later after you've already written everything. But yeah, that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if these tips were helpful. Let me know if you use them and it changed your life. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys later.